Yeah.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay. Only
Good
one
job.
side of my earphones are working, by the way, so I can't really hear you very well.
It's okay, I'm deaf.
Oh. I wanted to ask you why you're still holding a grudge.
Why I'm still holding a grudge? Well, it's pretty hard not to if you think about it, Pawsy. Also, do you want me to call you something else other than Pawsy? It's up to you.
You can call me Erica.
Erica. Alright, hi Erica. I mean, I'm not really sure. Can you remember back in, was it 2016? I can't quite remember, 2015?
I think it's 2015.
Yeah, something like that. Remember when we used to be Instagram buddies?
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, I remember it pretty well. I just went back and looked through these messages as well. Pretty fun. So yeah, I mean, the main reason why I hold a grudge against you is hard not to. You led
That's
this...
no reason. Okay,
what?
go on. I thought that was your reason.
You led this entire, you know, bandwagon of hate towards me, or tried to anyway. To try and, you know, belittle my page or whatever. Attempted to say that I traced your art when in reality you let me use your poses of your animals, things like that. Got the messages up right here. And then, if I remember correctly, your friend, what was her name, Bestest? Do you remember her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a big argument over with Besties, AJ, whatever their name was. And then after the argument, you messaged me saying, "Hey, you're not allowed to use this art anymore because you used my pose. I'm going to do this whole exposing thing on you." And that whole entire thing was just quite entertaining to me, to be honest.
You didn't sound very entertained. Or you didn't.
Oh, well, I was, buddy, trust me. Especially now.
I'll believe you.
Yeah.
So that's it then, we're settled. Alright, see you guys.
What?
Only if it was that easy.
It is.
I don't...
Huh?
What?
It's just shitty internet drama, like, you guys are both fucking autistic, just, I don't know, just block each other.
Are you calling me autistic?
Yes.
Oh. That's mean.
Like, nigga, just move away from your screen. Just
Whoa. N-word. None of us are blind.
man. I'm 10% African, I'm allowed.
Oh, yeah.
I had took a DNA test, man.
Right, so yeah, Pawsy, I was just quite curious why you started messaging me, you know?
Yeah, Pawsy.
I just wanted to see how you were
Starting
going.
beef.
No, I genuinely just wanted to be friends with you again because it just doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit weird to me. Just why? Like I thought we were.
Why do you want to be friends with him? I watched a minute of his videos and I don't understand why you want to be friends with him. No offense.
Yeah, from what you sound like, I wouldn't want to hang around with someone like yourself either.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Well, I mean, as I said,
big oof, yeah.
I didn't want to have any, bad blood with anyone because it just doesn't sit right with me. Like it just makes me.
Did it bother you before then over this period of 3 years? Did you not feel guilty or anything like that?
No.
No, you didn't. Yeah, it sort of came weird to me how you just messaged me all of a sudden. I heard from my friend, I'm sure you know him too, you know Night Fury?
Yeah.
She's been telling me about you as well. How you're doing.
What has she been saying?
Just in general, we like to talk about you, because she also knew that I had a grudge against you, and she sort of just asked me like what my opinion on you was and why I'm holding this grudge, and I just showed her some of the messages.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of easy to understand in my opinion, so... You what?
Did you get permission to leak the DMs?
No, I can use the DMs. There were DMs I sent and DMs between me and Pawsy. I can use them if I want to.
I mean, you can if you want to, yeah, but you can also kill a young infant if you want to, but should you?
Well, you can also falsely accuse someone of ad tracing and read a massive hate train against them.
You did trace, though. Like, you traced line for line. You traced my artwork, and then you sold the design.
I see some people still never learn.
What?
I thought you would have matured a little over the years.
Well, it seems like you're both very autistic and you both believe that you're right, so it's like, you're not getting anywhere. This isn't going to change.
I mean, I thought he moved on from this. Like when I messaged him. Yeah, okay, but
I hope to make that quite clear with that statement I sent to you earlier today. So I hope you kind of understood where I stand on it, because honestly, like,
Yeah, okay,
I'm
but
just
I
not
don't
going to,
like
get over it suddenly just because you've messaged me.
Okay, but why not?
What do you
I
mean, why not? I
messaged you
simply
as
don't
soon as
like
Why
it. I
not?
think
moved
she's a
on.
fake bitch. That's
Yeah,
why
that's fair
not.
enough. Oh,
I don't want anything to do with that, and certainly just because you
Whoa,
send
calm
me a
down.
message saying,
No,
I don't want
hey,
bad blood, I want to be friends, It's sort of pathetic to me in a way.
okay, you haven't listened to my side at all. You've just been
Yeah, go on,
talking
go
over
ahead.
me. Okay, so I can't recall what I said and what I did, but I have like an idea. So I gave you permission.
If you want, you can look back in the chat. I've got plenty of screenshots already. It's all in our chat DMs between me and you. It's all still there.
Okay, well let me explain. So I remember giving you permission to use my art because I thought you would use it to like learn from it. So I was just like, okay. But then I didn't know that you were going to use it for like monetary gain. Like I didn't know that. You didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, I did do that, but also don't try to circle your way out of it, say that was the problem with the artwork, because you clearly said in the messages that the problem is because you didn't realize how mean I was. I've got here in the messages actually. You didn't realize that I was a bully, so now I can't. So now you can't use my artwork. That's what you said.
I mean, if someone asks you to not use their artwork for your own personal gain,
yeah, I mean, if they've already allowed me to use it, I'm not going to, just.
I mean, that's
change
fair
it
enough,
based
but that
on
just
what
makes
they,
you
think they
like
want
a narcissist. It just makes you like feel like, well, I can do something better with this art than she
Not
can.
doing whatever someone tells you to makes you a narcissist. All right, buddy.
No, it's just it's her own intellectual property, and you use it for your own gain. Just
Yeah,
makes
she
you an
allowed
asshole,
me to
really.
use it, and just because someone, just because I've argued with your friend Pawsy, doesn't mean
I mean,
that
it doesn't sound like
get some,
she's allowed you to
right.
use it. She's not allowing you to use it. From
the only
what
problem
I hear.
she's had with it was because I argued with a friend Pawsy. So just based on that one argument, and just because you were friends with her and didn't want me to use your artwork, all of a sudden it's sort of a pathetic reason for me
that's fair.
to.
That's fair because it's her own art. If she doesn't want you to
Well,
use it because
it's not
I don't know,
her
you
art though.
touched
It's
a
my art.
balloon.
It's
That's
my
the funny
art.
thing. No, it's my art.
No, it's mine. No.
It is my art though.
Jesus Christ, you're both unsavable.
You're so mean. Why are you so mean?
Can't you see, Eric? Can't you see this is just utterly pointless? Like,
yeah, Eric, I'm really not sure what you tried achieving by messaging me.
No,
I mean, I was
you're
down
setting
to
up this
talk for a
call,
conversation,
dude.
but
It's not her.
well, I
She
certainly didn't set you into this to interrupt us. So if you could just let her answer the questions.
No, I'm just trying to be a fair, even ground. Am I not being fair? I'm just trying to give you pointers, dude.
Yeah.
What else can I say?
Well, the reason why I messaged you asking if we wanted to be friends was because I was looking through Instagram one day and I was looking through like like tags when people tag you and stuff.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and I found a post and it was about the incident and like I just yeah, and I wanted to see how you were doing and I just wanted to.
You must have been looking pretty far back.
What?
You must have been yeah.
I was. And I wanted to DM you because I wanted to ask you how you were going because it's been, quite a long time.
Yeah, quite a while.
It happened. And I wanted to be friends with you because I assumed that you moved on from this because, it's not that serious, Like,
well, to me it was. I'm sure you felt like clearly the bigger person back then because you obviously had a much larger following than mine, things like that.
I
And
thought you had a
you
larger
obviously
following than me.
Did I? Maybe I did.
Bro, she's got 16 subs on YouTube.
I'm not talking about YouTube, mate. I'm talking about Instagram. I mean, currently she has 11,
mate.
but I'm not sure how many you had back then. I thought you had more than me. Either way, you led this massive hate wagon over to my page, so I felt like,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. When I was around 13 when this all happened, so like.
Yeah, I was also much younger back then, so I apologize for any, insults that I may have started because I've read through some of these messages and I was being quite savage. You've got to bear in mind how I felt back then. Obviously, when you started flooding my page with all these, you know, telling all these people.
I feel bad for the backlash that you got because I've been through that before, and like.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good, does it?
Yeah, I know, but I was 13, and like.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, drama gets attention, and like I was gaining quite a lot of followers through the drama.
So you used it as a way to get attention, sort of.
No, it's just a byproduct. She clearly did not phrase it like that, dude.
Well, she just did. She basically said she made all these posts for more attention over to her page, which is understandable at that age.
She didn't say that's the reason. What? She just said that's what happened. What are you talking about?
Clearly she didn't stop doing it after she realised that she was getting loads of followers.
Why would you?
Why wouldn't you? It's the right thing to do.
I was getting a lot of support.
You even went as far to make I'm not sure how many you made. I know you certainly made one. PatchTheAlpha hate pages, things like that.
Oh, I didn't make that. I think my friend made that, but
that's weird because they actually had the name Erica Davies on one of them. One of the pages, yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't recall everything. Maybe I did.
Yeah.
That sounds like something I would do. But it's just I know one of my friends made a page, so that's why I thought, yeah, because I can find you the page if you want.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Yeah. I didn't make this page. Someone else made it.
Yeah, it was I know it was a byproduct of the drama that, you know, we were in, obviously. But yeah, I just had your name, so I assumed it was yours.
At first, I didn't know it would gain me so much attention. But then, you know, I mean, like, I'm sorry, I'm really nervous.
No, it's good.
I'm sorry. It's just, you know, once I saw that I was getting a lot of attention, I was like, and like, you know, that when you're 13, like, you want to be like famous and get internet clout, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. But the way you deal with things, you know, it certainly has to be more of a... Like, for example, you said you've seen my channel now, haven't you?
Yes.
Like, I'm obviously still very small, but basically I sometimes make videos on, like, drama and things. Recently, there's been this person in the Asia community that's been a pedophile.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, so people are obviously all reporting that the first date came out. You've got to be really careful how you report on it. You've got to show, you know, obviously full proof, full evidence, not send a massive hate train towards them. Because even if that person is, you know...
I was 13. I was 13. I do not condemn my actions when I was 13.
Yeah.
I've learned.
Yeah, and that's sort of what I was trying to say, you know. It's obvious that you were trying to, like, you know, talk to me or whatever, but you've just got to understand that some people don't let this go easily. And I simply don't want to. I certainly didn't get any, you know, other thoughts about this for the past 3 years, so my stance on it is still the same as when we left off messaging each other.
Okay, that's... Okay,
You cut off for a bit.
Because,
you cut off.
I can get you the screenshots if you want of the horrible things you said to other people. And like, so it wasn't just... We weren't just coming for you just because of the traced art. We were also coming for you because of what you've been saying to people.
Yeah, but that was my issue with you see. The fact that you turned this whole thing into, oh, by the way, PatchTheAlpha arts traces. I was obviously arguing with your friend Bestest, and I know that certainly, you know, may have had an impact on you, maybe you didn't like it, and I obviously did say a load of horrible stuff to that Bestest person, and I don't regret any of it, to be fair. It's just the sort of thing that you decide to join into it, and, you know, join in the bandwagon of hate, which you mentioned, you know. That's why I had a problem with you with this whole false art tracing situation.
And like stuff like that. And like, actually that violates the Instagram community guidelines, you know, to spread hate like that. So, we did have a good
Well, that's funny because you admitted to owning one of the hate pages against me. I guess that's a violation too.
What?
Is it?
Yeah. Well, it counts as hate either way, doesn't it? Just because you hide under a different account doesn't make it right.
Is it back to spread awareness of like
It's just
what you've done
she was just
wrong?
telling people about the situation from what it seemed. I think that's
Didn't seem
hate.
like that
I
through
mean,
the messages, through the DMs.
it's like, well, that's DMs. That's not violating the service.
But making a hate page on someone is okay too.
It wasn't a hate page from what I've seen. It she just states what happens, and it's about you.
Well, anyway,
I guess
the
it's
thing
not
I wanted
really
to
that
message
legit,
you
but...
about also in that message is you obviously, you know, you made your little page for awareness, whatever. I've told you already I'm going to make a video on you eventually and on the whole situation because to this day I get messages from people, you know, even followers of mine asking me if I trace art. Mostly because of things you've done and the pages that you've made in the past. So until you know, you know.
Because you deserve it though, because the money that you...
Yeah, and you will completely deserve a video that will come your way, I promise you that. You'll deserve it.
Okay.
You know?
How much money did you gain from selling the merchandise?
How much money did I gain? I can tell you now, the website, you know, Redbubble.
Yeah.
The artist, which is me, who drew the picture, gains 20% of the revenue.
Okay.
And I obviously wasn't very relevant back then, so you can kind of guess how many people bought my stuff.
Yeah.
0.
Have you...
But don't you think some of what you earned should have gone to...
No, absolutely not. And I would never give you any money from it either. Due to the fact of the way how you messaged me and the way how you changed your decision. If suddenly you messaged me politely saying, your art looks oddly similar to mine, if you're going to earn revenue from it, I think I should have a bit of it.
Wait, why are we talking about non-existent revenue? I don't get it. What's the point in this?
Actually, I did DM you about that. I did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I've got the DMs up right now. You DM'd me saying you can no longer use my art because you started picking on my friend Bestest. That's exactly what you messaged me.
Isn't that my decision to make though? Because I'm the owner of the art.
Well, no, you're not. I drew the art. I did it in the same pose as you did. Once again, it's just the whole repeating yourself thing.
Line for line.
It's just so dumb. Like, what are you gonna do? Take him to court?
Retarded.
Like, this is both sides are fucking retarded. Honestly, no offense, but
I
like,
didn't want it to end up like this. I didn't.
Neither of you. It just makes him a bit of a dick, and it makes you a bit, you know, like soft, being like, oh, you picked my friend, therefore you can't use my art. Like, you can't take him to court over it. So like, why even talk about it? Just keep your opinions.
You're not going to take me to court, but one of the messages you said you did. I found that funny because I knew our ages obviously at the time, so sort of laughed that off. But yeah, he did threaten me with legal action at the age of 13. But it's good.
Okay, I was 13,
yeah.
So I didn't know what I was talking about. But I messaged you because I didn't want it to end up like this. I didn't want it to end up like as an argument. I just thought that we were gonna talk about stuff and then get everything solved. But you still hold a grudge.
Yeah, I thought that I made that very obvious. I definitely don't want to, you know, resolve things with you, and I definitely will not be willing to, you know, become friends or whatever you hope to achieve.
Okay.
Which weirded me out, sort of, you know, as I mentioned, how you just randomly...
Wait, why do you even want to be friends with him? If you clearly don't like him.
That's what I was thinking.
I didn't want to be friends. I just wanted to...
Just want to patch it up. Because you don't want to feel bad. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair enough reason, isn't it?
I think so.
And he said no, so then you respect his decision and reblock him?
Yeah, but I still don't understand his decision.
Which decision?
I don't understand why he still has a grudge.
Well, I can explain it to you the obvious way if you want. You know, it was 3 years ago, but you pissed me off enough that I just simply, you know, I literally can't stand you just looking at your picture pop up into my DMs. I literally just can't stand you. Like, this is a thing. I've met so many people over on Instagram, you know. So many of my followers, so many other people I've argued with, so many more people that I met over through Instagram, like all the communities was in, you know. But you're one of the few that just really stood out to me that I just couldn't get out of my head. Because you caused me, you know, my page so much drama and just... Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Again, I'm sorry.
I'm afraid sorry just won't cut anymore.
I don't understand that.
But yeah, I do, I guess...
accept that he doesn't want to be a friend.
I do respect the fact that, you know, you obviously
She doesn't want to be his friend.
Or that he doesn't want to take a...
Doesn't want to patch it up, yeah. Yeah, I can accept that. She has, I think.
What about people
You cut
that
out.
you said?
Yeah, you cut off.
No, I mean, you said that it's not just me. You said that there's other people that you don't. Yeah, what about them?
What do you mean, what about them?
Like, you said you're gonna make a video on me, but what about those other people?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it?
No, I don't know. I can't tell. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Sorry, I just thought you went.
No, it's good.
Okay. Well, I didn't want it to end up like this. I just thought, I just assumed that you'd be fine, cause like.
Yeah, I understand. And I guess most people would take it fine, you know? I respect the way, I've got a friend actually, and I'm not sure if this is fake or not, but I've got a friend that genuinely feels very bad for, you know, any people she has negative interactions with, and she went as far as to, you know, meet them publicly out in the open, like in real life, just to, you know, patch things up. But I just want to let you know straight away that I'm not that type of person, you know?
Okay, yeah, I understand. But,
Antisocial?
Oh, right, no, not the meeting people outside, Pat.
Oh.
Just the fact that I don't, you know, I don't forget these arguments with people and these negative interactions.
Okay, that's what I wanna ask.
I do believe that some people can certainly change, and I see that in you, you know, obviously messaging me, asking me if I'm doing alright, I guess. But it still just won't cut it.
I just wanna ask though, why has this affected you, like, so much? Like, even after 3 years, you're still angry over it. I just wanna know.
Yeah, the drama between us, you know, it was obviously a one-on-one thing, and then it sort of escalated into other people, and it sort of had this tumbling effect. And even now, as I mentioned, you know, people are still bringing back to me this whole thing, like, patch do art trace, you know? So it's sort of, you've sort of left a dent into my, you know, my page.
Every time you type in PatchTheAlpha, all the hate pages.
Yeah, exactly, like, even the pages that are still up to this day.
I understand. I'm sorry if my followers...
Yeah, no, it's perfectly understandable. Like, we obviously can't control the people that, like, follow us or things like that.
If they do that, can you, like, tell me when...
Yeah, I could let you know their usernames if you'd like.
Do that. I don't condemn, like, anyone sending you hate, because this happened ages ago, and, like, yeah, it's just dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see why people still are angry about this. Yeah. So if anyone sends you any hate, just tell.
Alright.
Yeah. Because I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I get it.
Wait, what did you make out of her art or your art, whatever? Do you make a shirt?
Yeah, I put him over on my Redbubble store.
Wait, how many followers did you have when you made this shirt?
Followers? I can't remember, a few K.
I think it was like a... I don't think it was a few K, Patrick.
Maybe
Nah, it was definitely
I think it was like... No, I genuinely think it was like 300 followers.
No,
what, that small? Maybe it was.
I'm my mom's awake. So.
Wait, why is your name also? Why is your name PatchTheAlpha?
On Animal Jam, they have these things called alphas. They're like super.
Oh, so you're a role player. I see.
No. I don't think he's a role player.
No, it was just mostly a generated name. I've got it as my gamer tag for all my games I play.
Oh.
Gamer.
Gamer.
Wait, who's Bree? Also, I prefer Cheddar.
Bree is my friend.
What do you mean, your friend?
My friend that joined the call.
Friend.
Alright, fair enough. I can't tell if it's a chick or a dude.
I think it's a girl.
I'm a girl.
Ah, fair enough. Sorry, that didn't mean to offend you.
I'm not offended.
It's hard to tell over the internet.
I normally get called a 9-year-old boy.
Oh. I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Why do you still make Animal Jam content if it's not something that you enjoy?
He already told you.
I sort of today in the morning when for me in the morning anyway, when we DM'd, I sort of told you the main reason, didn't I? In the comment. I'm not sure if you read my reply on it.
Yeah,
for that ad revenue, boy.
Oh
If
no, I
was
don't
you-
earn any money from my videos yet.
Alright, for that
Hopefully
clout then.
soon though.
But it's just I can't understand. I would.
So have you quit
Happy.
AJ completely then?
What?
Have you quit AJ completely?
Oh yeah, it's like not my thing anymore.
Yeah, I don't
I
enjoy the game at any point, or I don't usually play for that long. I mostly just use it as a way of communicating with my followers, and I obviously make videos based on Animal Jam content or around the people. But
Yeah,
I can't
but don't you
say I play
get
the game anymore. Pardon?
Don't you get bored? Because if I were you, I wouldn't.
No,
And
not
if I
at
didn't
all.
like the content I was making.
Oh no, I love the content I make. I find fun in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh,
Wait, you
cute.
love his content?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hilarious.
I mean,
Each their own, I guess.
you're very like you have a good setup and like your videos are quite professionally put together.
Thanks.
So yeah. But, like,
I enjoy your newer art too. I can tell that you've quite improved over the past few years as well.
Thank you.
Nice job, guys.
Glad we
Yeah.
could at least come to a civil agreement of some sorts.
Yeah.
Can I go now? Erica.
What?
Can I go, actually, though?
If you want to go, you can go.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Hello.
Hello.
So if you didn't make Animal Jam content, what would you make?
Definitely commentary videos. I'm looking into making non-AJ based ones too. Are you familiar with commentary?
Yeah, I thought you would be good at that though, because you're very good. You're very good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying to expand more from AJ. But the thing is, I've still got a few unfinished things to do here on AJ, so.
Yeah. Are you gonna still?
Sorry, you cut off for a bit.
Are you gonna make a video about me?
Probably, yeah.
Why?
Just for the reason that I mentioned before. I still haven't gotten over the grudge. And,
I don't think you should, Patrick.
Nah, I'm gonna have to.
You should probably make a little story on it on your Instagram or something, explaining what's happened and stuff. But I don't think it's worth making a video over when you have like these AJ moms to continue with and stuff.
Yeah, I do have other stuff planned.
I just don't understand your mind.
You cut off for a bit again, sorry.
I don't understand your mindset. Like, I don't understand. Sorry, I have a cold.
No, it's good.
I sound really bad. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, before I'm finished with AJ, I just mostly want to, tie up the loose ends, and I've still got, obviously, people to settle some business with. Like, I'm obviously glad we made this call today. It's nice to talk to you after 3 years again, But, yeah, there are a few other individuals. I'm sure you may know some of them. I mean, you did follow my page for a while, so.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I don't recall.
But yeah, you're just one of those people that really stood out to me, I guess, and that's why I just can't get my grudge over the fact. And in a way, I sort of, honestly, now that we're talking, it's just 3 people that I honestly, I've known for a while. I honestly just felt betrayed, in a way, by you.
I'm sorry.
Because it seemed like, I'm not sure we were friends, I would say, but it seemed like we were definitely, talking regularly on Instagram at the time. So it felt like quite a, backstab, in a way.
I just can't support you with, what you were saying.
Yeah, I understand.
People.
I've had a lot of people, obviously, turn away from me or things like that. And I'm perfectly fine with that.
I didn't. People were asking me too, why? People were asking me, why is PatchTheAlpha using, they said something like, your profile picture looked similar to my art piece. So that's why. And people were saying, stuff like, why are you letting, someone like PatchTheAlpha use your art when,
So did you sort of feel pressured by other people as well, the fact that they obviously had a negative opinion on me?
I don't know. From what I saw, it's just my moral compass just told me that I shouldn't. I should cut ties with you.
Yeah.
Because
understandable.
Yeah. That, yeah. And like, I didn't want people to associate my art with like you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, in a sort of way, if you're trying to understand, you know, the way I feel, it's sort of like, after that whole event that's happened, after all that, you know, the controversies we've had, that's why I don't want to associate myself with you, you know. I just can't bear the fact that to think that I would one day become civil, like, I just simply can't get over it.
I understand. But do you agree that you some of the
You cut off a bit.
negative feedback you got? Do you do you agree that you deserve some of the negative feedback you got?
As in hate from your followers?
Not just from my followers, but like from other people who are unaware
Is it,
of like.
Yeah, regarding the artwork or just regarding all the drama like I've sort of been in?
Regarding like what you were saying to people who were criticizing you. Like you'd snap at them.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that, yeah. And if people want to critique me for that, it's fine, you know. In all of my newer videos, I'm not sure how many you've watched or if you've watched any, but that is sort of a thing, the message I try to push is that it's perfectly fine to, you know, obviously critique people, as long as you do it in a normal way, I guess.
Constructive way.
Yeah. Like, sort of, I would never go up to someone, like, for example, even the people that I've got on the top of my list to make videos on, I would never go and make these pathetic little Instagram pages on them, or even get all my fans to flood their page, you know? That's just not something I would do.
Yeah, at the time I wanted people to report you because you were the guidelines.
Oh, so you got people to report me, did you say?
Yeah, but it didn't work. Really.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure if you know, actually, but funny story, my Instagram, this is the first person I've got on my list to make a video on for final. Someone actually managed to get my Instagram permanently deleted. I'm not sure if you were keeping up with that or if you saw my page go down. For about quite a few months, actually. It was in...
I think I remember, like...
Yeah.
I remember something like that.
2018 maybe, or something like that. But basically, yeah, someone completely managed to take down my Instagram page, and it's sort of like... That was another one of these major, you know, things that really impacted me. Because I've obviously got all these people that I've earned and their trust and respect, and all these people relying on me for content. But yeah, I obviously managed to get my Instagram account banned, so I'm just telling you now that this spam report thing doesn't work on all people.
Yeah. But I was just curious, do you feel bad for what you said to people?
Could you put that in more context? Like, for example, like your friend Bestest or someone? Or just any random people?
Like, I don't know, just in general, like, say, like, really harsh things, like...
Yeah, no, I usually don't regret it at all, no.
And, like, retarded
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, your friend over here was throwing around the R word and the N word, like, pretty carelessly, so... I'm sort of like that too, like, I'll admit, your friend that was in the call. Throwing the N word and the R word.
Oh, you mean Jake?
Yeah. So I'm sort of like him in a way. Sorry. Like I don't really put, you know, much hold to these words. I obviously know how much they can harm other people, and I use them in a way that benefits me. You know, when someone obviously does something bad to me, I do the same back to them.
Sometimes you went a little bit overboard.
Yeah, definitely.
You were very harsh.
I don't regret any of it, though, honestly. No.
Do you think that you've changed now? Like your attitude?
No, not really. I think if you find my videos nowadays, things like that, no, this is something I'm kind of happy with, actually, how I stuck true to my, you know, morals. My moral compass, if you will.
I guess it's good to like, stand by what you believe in.
Because I'm not sure, I think you've seen a fair amount of how people in the community, like, tried to, you know, act all nice to get a Jambassador in place. You know, that whole thing where they get free trips to VidCon, things like that. Yeah. So that's certainly something, you know, people obviously tried to aim for. I completely disagree with that. I'm just making the content...
very non-PC.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just making the content that, you know, makes me happy. I'm going to try to keep real to my viewers, and yeah.
But, are you aware of how young your audience is? Like...
Oh yeah, some of them are definitely younger. Most of them are teenagers, not 18 plus though.
Yeah, I mean, teenagers would make sense. I don't think smaller kids should be watching your videos, to be honest.
I mean, if they want to, it's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
They know what they're
okay
getting
if it's
themselves
just
into.
teen stuff.
Watch one PatchTheAlpha video for now.
I mean, if they're like, say, 8 or 9, I don't think they'd fully grasp. You know. Yeah.
Well, I personally don't mind whoever enjoys my videos. You know, they can sub, be part of a Patchy pack. Are you subscribed? Just curious.
I could check for you. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm not subscribed.
Do you
have
have a YouTube? I've never seen you around on YouTube.
Yeah, I do, but it's not very popular. I think I've only uploaded 1 video. Yeah, I only have 35 subscribers. Yeah.
It's a good start.
No, I don't know. I forgot what I wanted to ask you. Because, like, I didn't prepare for this at all, so...
No, it's good. Sorry, your mic's, like, shaking or rattling a bit.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's my earphones.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you find AJ memes funny?
AJ what, sorry?
AJ memes.
Memes? Most of them are quite cringy, mostly due to the fact that they're made of, you know, obviously younger children. But yeah, in general, there can be some really funny ones, especially the more, you know, savage-leaning ones. I find them really funny.
I guess. But, I mean, it's just confusing to me. Like, it's just baffling to me because, no offense, but, like, you're 18.
Yeah.
So, again, no offense, but, like, I personally don't find that kind of stuff funny, so...
Yeah, that's fine, it's completely up to you.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, I just feel like other people wouldn't, like, other people our age range wouldn't find it funny. But, like, it's okay if you find it funny, it's I was curious.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and my audience seems to enjoy it. I actually run a series on my YouTube just reviewing AJ memes sort of thing. And they seem to all really enjoy it, so I carry on doing it.
It's kind of like PewDiePie's meme review.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, well, everyone's left, just us two in a call.
Oh, did she leave? I didn't know.
Yeah, left a while ago.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
having
it's good.
hiccups. Yeah. You know how you said you wanted to play Fortnite? Did you really want to play Fortnite, or were you being, like, ironic?
Oh no, yeah, I'd love to play with you sometime. I think it'll be quite funny. Sort of a rivalry thing. I know you're not great at it, obviously, and neither am I, to be fair, but I think it'll be fun.
I'm better at PUBG. I've only played Fortnite, like...
I don't have that game.
5 minutes.
PUBG.
Yeah.
I've never played it.
It's confusing to me, because you're giving me, like, mixed messages. Like, you're saying you don't want to be my friend, but you want to play Fortnite.
Yeah, the thing is, I think you'll find with me that even though, you know, I still really, really dislike some people, like even in the AJ community, how I've mentioned, I still, you know, I'm able to sort of hold a conversation against them. And at times I do make, like, snap to some people if they're rude or things like that. But I'm always down to, like, you know, have a conversation or do things even with people I dislike, if that makes sense.
I think I understand. But, like, can I just say, I think it's better that Jake isn't here, because he was not being very helpful.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess a little bit. I guess he was being helpful by being, like, the middle ground and, like, being unbiased.
Yeah, I didn't really feel like including my friend in here either, because they sort of just didn't really help that much. And I had to be really careful with choosing friends because, you know, as I've mentioned, a few of my, like, especially male friends, they know about you, obviously, from the past drama. They've been quite supportive at that time, actually, with me for all the drama we've had, so I didn't want to include any one of those in the call, obviously, because then it would get quite heated. Yeah.
I thought that Jake... I didn't think that Jake would act that way.
No, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
I mean, like, he was making, like, sarcastic and, like, sometimes, like, offensive remarks, and it didn't help. And, like, I don't want what he says to color...
Well, no, it doesn't
like,
reflect you, obviously, you know.
Yeah. But, yeah. Is there anything you wanted to tell me? Like...
I mean, no,
like,
honestly, I'm pretty much done. I just sort of wanted to hear your opinion on this whole, thing, because I've obviously told you how I feel, and I know that you tried to obviously message me and things like that, but I just want to let you know that I think it's better if you know. And I thought I'll give you a heads up on the video.
What are you gonna talk about in the video?
Just our drama, mostly. I mean, I obviously like to look at people as a whole, but I like to focus on specific, things. For example, you. I mean, I get that we were somewhat friendly, but I can't remember much more than our argument, to be honest.
Me neither. Like, it was all a blur.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, just have very little good memories. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah. I don't remember much either.
But, like, again, I keep bringing this up, but, like, I was 13. I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
Yeah, I totally understand. If we were, obviously, other ages, for example, as old as now, like, we would have obviously formed our points and everything, and it would have just been a totally different story.
Yeah. I'm sorry for, like, my actions when I was 13.
Yeah, no, it's completely fine. I would want to say I'm sorry, but I guess I'm sorry if I offended or slurred at you. That is one thing I guess I'm sorry about, if I started being this, sort of violent. But I'm honestly not sorry for the way I did respond, because I was obviously very mad at the time, and
I understand. But yeah, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't care, because this doesn't reflect.
I could sort of tell you
now.
didn't. I knew I cared a lot, so I had like the bigger loss, I guess. But yeah, I admit, like, that was one of the moments, like, I hate to admit it, but I just did. I took an L, you know?
I understand, yeah. But I was just wondering what your stance is on tracing.
On tracing?
Yes.
Well, I actually do art at A level in college. I'm not sure what sort of... are you American? No?
No, I used to live in the UK.
Ah, right.
But then
well, here we sort of, after we have first school, then we have secondary school, then we go on to college. College is like a 2 to 3 year gap, like sort of a period between university.
Yeah.
So yeah, I currently go to college. I'm doing some really important exams right now, actually, too, with art and graphic design. So yeah, in a way, I guess, depends what... Define tracing.
Well, basically what you did, like, it just, if you compare the images together, it just looked like all the angles lined up and all the lines from the muzzle to the eyes and like the tufts of the cheek fur.
Yeah.
I think they just seemed traced. Everything else, I think I'll give you credit that you did do, but everything from the muzzle and the eyes and the cheek fur, I believe you traced.
So to respond to kind of two questions, because one is like if I traced or not, which you obviously think I did, and the other one is if I think tracing's right. To the tracing thing, you know.
Like you as an artist.
Yeah. Yeah, this is sort of like my thing, is what I think as somewhat of an artist, I guess. I mean, I draw occasionally. I have to for college, but yeah, in general, I think it's really good to take references, you know, from other artists as well as other things, images, Google, things like that, third sources, but definitely not tracing. I definitely don't agree with tracing, obviously. And my thing on my response to you on if I sorry, my throat, my bad. Yeah, on the thing I traced, I obviously, the images were sort of a split image for pose. And all the lines and things, like you mentioned, it was like the exact same thing. I spent a really long time on that artwork, and as a kid, especially when I was younger, I was really proud of it, you know? Getting the complete right pose, because I really liked that drawing you did, you know, the little wolf.
Thank you.
Yeah,
but,
so
I mean,
I obviously used that. I tried to get it as accurate as possible. And then I added my own features into it, and it was obviously your artwork, just with different features and different colours and things like that.
Yeah,
which I see why you would have an issue with, but you've got to understand my points as well. Like, just the way in which you messaged me, and the real reason, like, why you were triggered, I guess, about it.
I understand you a lot more now, because it's like, we're not in the heat of the moment, so, like, I'm actually considering what you're saying, and, like, taking it all in. But I mean,
Yeah,
as
you
you said,
seem a lot
you're an
more
artist.
reasonable too, because honestly, when receiving your like messages when we were arguing, I still remember, and I've kind of looked through them. I was sort of just ignoring all your points. Like whenever you just
Yeah, me
said the
too.
word at trace, and I would just like blank out, and I'll be like, oh, this again.
Yeah.
You know, respond with the same thing. But yeah.
Yeah. But like, you said that you're an artist and you're taking art for GCSE.
A levels,
don't
that's
you...
above GCSE.
Oh yeah, A level. Sorry.
No, it's good.
It just, don't you feel like it's disrespectful? Don't you feel like what you did was like, disrespectful?
Oh yeah, it was honestly disrespectful, you know, bearing the fact how you messaged me, you know, asking me to remove it, even though it was in a really rude manner and for a point that's like, you bullied my friend, so I'm not letting you use my pose. You know, obviously, I didn't agree with that, but I should have maybe still took down, I could have definitely took down the images, you know? I could have definitely done it. But just out of the pure fact of the way how you messaged me, I decided not to.
It was like out of spite, right?
Yeah, I believe like what I was doing was right, and I still do to this day. You know, spent a lot of time on that artwork, and I continue using it.
How often do you think about incident? Do you think about it? Do you get like flashbacks whenever someone confronts you like about this?
So our argument.
What?
Our argument sort of thing, like our thing we had 3 years ago.
Yeah. Do you think about this like constantly? Because...
Honestly, no. I don't think about you that much.
Okay,
Sorry to
that's
say.
Good. No, that's fine. That's good.
But it's definitely like
want
one
you
of the
to
things I'm
feel
building up to with my channel. You know, all these critique videos and things I do on my channel. I definitely want to, you know, obviously, definitely go back to the people that it all started with, you know. The few individuals.
I think they've moved on.
Yeah, I definitely know that most of the people have moved on. You know, once they talk about me once, like, people move on. I'm not that important to that many people, but unfortunately, like, some people really do stick around for me, and I don't know, I just personally want to, you know, make videos on them. Sort of like my end goal, if you will.
I see.
Yeah.
Would you like me to make a story? Would you like me to make a story to like tell my fans not to like send you any hate?
Yeah, sure, if you'd like to, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I guess I could make one on mine if you'd like, also telling them that we've had a civil conversation, although I guess many of my viewers weren't really attacking you in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also, I'm sorry for Jake.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, sorry, what did you say?
I'm sorry for like Jake's behavior.
No, it's totally fine. It's not like, you know, it's not like you were saying the things he was doing or whatever. You don't reflect.
Yeah, but I just feel like he guided the conversation into a bad direction.
Nah, it's fine. I'm used to it by now, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Also, one thing I wanted to ask you, I know it's sort of off topic, but how many, you know, like these big arguments, like I'm not sure if you would consider one with me a big one, but how many of these,
it was a big one.
how many of these big arguments have you participated with on Instagram? Like actually memorable ones, because obviously you having the following you have, you'll occasionally get that one mean comment and stuff, but how many big arguments can you remember?
I think, as of recent, like none. But I think during 2014 to 2016, I was like being really like, just being really annoying to everyone, and like just stirring up drama.
Yeah.
Stuff, because at the time I knew that it would gain me, quite a lot of attention. Yeah. But like, and now obviously, I don't, I forgot what I was about to say.
Yeah, your stance on it has changed obviously now. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just wondering. Do you still like have arguments with people?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not sure if you've seen my channel or my page. Well, as you said, you checked up recently. But yeah, yeah, definitely. Not big ones, if you know what I mean. No major things. But sort of what I do on my channel now is just like make these videos on controversial things in the community, like, or just people I've interacted with. Just make a video on them and move on, sort of thing. But yeah, I've not been having that many major arguments. I guess there was one with 4 30-year-old mums. But apart from that, there's not been much.
I mean, I feel like, okay, can I give you like criticism?
Yeah, go ahead.
For your channel. You make valid points about some things, but sometimes you just flat out insult people, and like you're really
yeah, definitely. I know what you mean. I'm definitely not nice by any means to the people I make my videos on, and one of the major reasons is because I obviously dislike them. But even in some videos, I believe it was an Apari one and a couple of other people, I try my best to, in the beginning of the video, just say, hello, I don't hate this person, don't show this person any hate by any means. Because there honestly is people like that are involved with drama, or that I see, or that even speak with me, that I honestly genuinely don't, dislike. Like you personally, I think you know by now that I really, just dislike you. But other people, like, I honestly don't get that particular feeling of dislike. I just, argue with them because they've said something stupid, things like that, but yeah.
Do you think if you were a bit more constructive with, like, your criticism, do you think that by doing that, your content would gain, like, do you think, I feel like if you were a bit nicer, like, just a tiny bit nicer, I feel like your channel would grow.
My channel would grow, do you think? Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Because sometimes some of your insults are pretty uncalled for.
Yeah, I know what you mean. For example, if someone new comes over to my video and they see obviously the insults and the swearing, it might turn them away, sort of thing. If that's what you meant. So yeah, I would certainly possibly, gain more traction or gain more likes or subscribers or whatever by being more PG, especially in this community. But I'm really honestly not looking for that. Like, I honestly just want to be myself and say the things that I personally feel. Like,
I see.
Most of the time when I do say these insults, they are honestly, from heart, I guess.
Yeah. I suppose it's okay if, like, they're nasty to you first. Like, give them the taste of their own medicine first. Like, sometimes people, they're just giving you, like, criticism.
Oh no, to criticism I usually do respond as, politely as I can. Especially in my videos. I even, in most of them, especially at the beginning when I started YouTube, I was like, everyone, at the end of the video, I was like, everyone, please give me criticism. I don't know what I'm doing with the editing. I don't know, like, what I'm doing.
Your editing is fine. Your editing is fine.
Yeah, thanks. Trying my best. But yeah. You mentioned how we was talking, you don't want any bad blood. Do you have bad blood with any other people in the community that you remember?
Well, I've tried to, like, solve everything with everyone. I think now, I think everyone's, like, forgiven me. So that's good.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So it must have been quite odd to you, like, obviously when you came to speak to me, like, I was sort of, I guess I want to say repulsive.
You were, like, the first person to
yeah, I understand.
No. It's just, I keep saying this, but, like, it was such a long time ago. But I just thought you would have, like, your opinion on it would have changed.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. In a way, I guess, I could be thanking you right now. I'm obviously not going to, but as I mentioned, people like you and a few other individuals. Your mic's going a bit, like, rattly again.
Sorry, wait, is this better?
Yeah, it's fine now. Yeah, obviously, as I mentioned, a really big driving force, but especially through, like, a lot of stuff I've been through, like, any other arguments or things like that, or generally just, like, having a bad day, or just not even wanting to upload to YouTube. In a way, I guess, sort of, people like you motivate me to go further, because I've always got that end thing I want to do, Obviously, the videos I've had bad interactions with people in the Instagram community. So there are you and a couple of other people that I guess sort of drive me towards that, if you know what I mean.
I mean, I guess good that I motivate
Yeah, I
you
guess
to
it is an odd thing
get
for you to
better,
hear, but
I guess. I mean, it's good. I'm happy that you didn't like just quit and like leave
yeah, I
the
know what you
Animal
mean.
Jam community. I'm happy that you didn't just give up.
Yeah, that was definitely like not an option to me. Even back then when I was younger and I guess slightly more vulnerable, I guess I still felt the same things as I do now, but I was just, you know, more obviously vulnerable to the hate, especially in such big amounts. But no, my mind was definitely set that I wasn't gonna, you know, leave.
Why? Why were you so on like just like staying with your fans? Like, don't they get tiring after a while?
My fans? Do they get tired? No, absolutely not. Why do you get tired of your followers occasionally?
No, it's just if I was an Animal Jam, you'd be like, because like I'd imagine you get like the same comments over and over again, right?
Yeah, no, I like talking about things like going on AJ, but like most of the time, whenever I do like live streams or things like that, or over on my Discord, things like that, over on my Instagram, I also, you know, all the time I talk to people about other stuff as well. I sort of don't want to, you know, focus on the game so much. Like, oh guys, what do you think of this update? I do have like genuine like relations with all of these people that I've met. So we kind of, you know, just have conversations, and anyone who comes onto my live streams, I talk to them about anything they want to.
Do you at school what I'm sorry if I'm getting too personal, but
No, it's good.
at school what do people think of the content?
What, sorry? You cut off.
What do people think of the content you're making?
Most of my friends and the people I know that watch all my videos, they quite enjoy it. There are some that aren't that interested. Yeah, there are some that aren't quite interested because it's AJ related, so they aren't that interested in that.
Yeah.
Got a couple of buddies that would obviously rather prefer Fortnite or something. But yeah, most of them do enjoy my content. They say it's, you know, funny and things like that, which is quite encouraging for me too. Definitely
That's
like
surprising to me because when I was in England, oh, you play Animal Jam. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm sort of better now because I remember, obviously, if I told everyone I play Animal Jam in like 11th grade or something, that would seem weird to people. But now that I do this whole YouTube thing, people seem to rather enjoy the videos I make rather than focus on the actual game, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's sort of my view on it either way as well. Like, I try not to focus too much on the game and just make content around it.
I see.
What's your opinion on... First of all, like, why did you leave AJ? Was it the people, or was it just you getting bored?
I just got bored. Like, I don't know. There was just whenever people would commission me, it would just be the same stuff all over.
Yeah, the same outfits, Arctic
again
Wolf.
and again.
I understand.
Like, yeah, Arctic Wolf,
Yeah.
and then the spike collar,
Spike, yeah.
and then yeah, it got annoying.
Yeah, I
really quickly. Yeah.
It's quite good to see that you've also like sort of retained your account. Like you never changed your username or never like switched to another account, did you?
I was about to. Because I was like losing hope because my follower account has remained stagnant for like 2 years, and actually it's been going down because I've been like really...
Yeah, I can relate too. To be fair, mine hasn't been going up significantly. It's occasionally dropping, occasionally getting higher, especially on Instagram. Because now I've mostly transitioned over to YouTube too, so I guess that might be a problem as well. Like I don't really post that much on Instagram, only when I release a video.
I think that's why.
Yeah. Instagram's quite a hard platform to manage, and at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter like, you know, who wins the argument, who loses arguments. At the end of the day, it's just whoever becomes more inactive, I guess, or whatever. Like whoever quits.
Yeah. Can I just say something? You sound very similar to Jay.
No, I do?
Yeah.
Alright.
He was my ex-boyfriend. So like, yeah, you sound like my ex-boyfriend.
Plot twist. That would be a plot twist.
Yeah. I just thought I'd tell you. I just thought it was interesting. Yeah. Is that all you wanted to say?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So I guess you know, either keep me blocked or unblock me, it's up to you. But as I said, you know, I definitely won't be following you back or things like that. But I certainly don't mind you, you know, viewing my posts or things like that either.
Yeah, it's okay.
So I decided to unblock you.
For me to keep you blocked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no reason for me to unblock you, but there's no reason to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I guess goodbye.
Okay.
I'll see you sometime in the future.
Okay.
See ya.
See you.
Cute. I hope this is recorded well. Can't wait to post this.